Hello, what's up YouTube? We are currently 13 days away from the Path of Exile 3.3 expansion league. The Incursion League is the name. We are counting down the days, and once a day we're releasing content to get excited about. And recently they announced on the forums, drumroll, an Exilecon precursor feeler. So here's the announcement. This is not a full-on go yet. This is, like I said, a feeler. So here we go. We've recently been considering the idea of running a Path of Exile convention in New Zealand late next year as a great opportunity to meet our fans and to announce 4.0. As these events take a long time to plan, we wanted to find out how many of our players would be interested in flying to New Zealand to attend a convention like this. We're looking at dates in November 2019, aware of the fact that it probably needs to be before American Thanksgiving. We're planning to hold Exilecon in our home city of Auckland, New Zealand. This allows all of our developers to attend and lets us run a larger and more interesting event than if we had to arrange it in a foreign city. Here's some of the stuff we would love to have at Exilecon. Announcement of whatever the next large expansion is, tentatively December 2019's 3.9 according to our schedule. Announcement of the 4.0 mega expansion. Ooh, that gets me excited. A play area with computers set up for demos of all products announced. Talks from Grinding Gear Games developers about their areas of expertise. Finals of various tournaments. A merchandise shop. Developer signing sessions. Some type of party. Swag bag potentially containing exclusive microtransactions and some physical items. Feel free to suggest more ideas. Because we're planning to hold Exilecon in New Zealand, travel costs may be expensive for many of our users. This is why we're announcing our intention to investigate this event so early. New Zealand is a beautiful place to visit in summer, so we figured that if we give enough notice, people can plan more extensive holidays around New Zealand after attending Exilecon. We don't yet know how expensive tickets to Exilecon will be, but the predominant cost is likely to be the international travel and accommodation to Auckland. We'll try to arrange discounted hotel rooms for attendees and offer various tickets options to meet different budgets. We'd also like to run various competitions where the winners receive flights and accommodation to the event. We'll also invite prominent streamers and some journalists to cover our big announcements. We haven't committed to running this event yet and aren't ready to accept signups or sell tickets, but we are keen to gather expressions of interest. If you think it's possible or likely that you'll attend, please fill out this form and we'll contact you when there's more information available. I'm going to put the link here inside the YouTube video so you can scroll down and click on the more details on the YouTube video and you'll see this link as well as the link to the announcement for Exilecon. But there you go. Chris posted it as a feeler to see, are you interested? Would you go to something like this? Would you go to a convention where you're going to bump into Mathel or Ziggy D or Chris Wilson or Bex or any of the awesome art designers or any of the musicians that are behind the music that's always playing as we are grinding away for gears and items and taking down bosses and theory crafting, all of the wonderful things that we love to do in PoE? Would you want to go and meet some of the people that actually build the game? Would you have questions for them about balancing decisions, about development decisions, about art style choices? One of the first things that I noticed when I first started playing Path of Exile, this must have been back in like 2012 or 2013, was just really how dark and grim the world was, and especially coming from Diablo 3, it looked a lot different, and the graphics and the art style was a lot different. I think that's being generous to say different. But now here we are in 2018, and the graphics have come so far and away much better. I mean, they've improved so much. The dark and grittiness of Wraeclast comes out in every single scene, in every single map, in every single instance, whether you're crawling through Piety's temple and her experiments, or whether you're inside the belly of the beast, or even when you move into Oriath and then you come back and visit Wraeclast again after you take on Kitava. It's just amazing how immersive the detail is and how gorgeous the landscapes are. The water, the Brine King interaction and exchange where the water's like closing in on you and he's got a hurricane that's swirling about him. Just so many wonderful, awesome graphics and art choices. So lots of questions, questions even about balancing that you probably want to ask. So anyway, is Exilecon something that you'd be interested in or hyped about? It's probably not going to be something that everybody, of course, is going to be able to afford. It's going to be an international flight for a lot of us, so unless you're in Auckland and you can just drive, if you've won the proverbial mirror, as it were, the mirror to your items of this would be that you just live in Auckland and you head up the road and you just stay in your own home. But other than that, for most of us, the question would be whether or not we're going to, get passports and travel to New Zealand. So very excited. This would be something that I would want to attend. So I'm already looking at my calendar and going, hey, 2019 November, what would that look like around Thanksgiving time? So are you excited? Would you go to something like Exilecon? Anyway, that's something to get hyped for, and we got 13 days to go until Incursion League.